Welcome back to another Porsche car whisperer tutorial. I'm super excited to be showing you guys how to use a charging timer as well as a charging profile on your brand new Porsche Taycan. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so now that we're on the inside of the Taycan, I'm going to show you guys how to set a charger profile as well as a timer to optimize the charging of your brand new Taycan. You can tell if the car is charging based on this center screen. You can see it's currently at 55%. If it's green and it has a little wave to it, that means that the car is currently charging. And you can see that it's actually not going to be done charging until 1:32 p.m. tomorrow. Now that's pretty slow. I'm only on a conventional standard outlet, which is a 120 volt, and that's a very, very slow rate of charge. So I highly recommend going to a 240 volt and having that installed in your Porsche Taycan. Now if we go in here to the charging, this is where we can set up profiles as well as timers. Now on the overview, that's going to show if we have any charging profiles or timers set. Currently we do not. So I'm going to go in here to profiles. There's going to be several different profiles that are going to pop up. There's the general charging profile that comes with all of the Taycans. Then there's also local charging profiles, and that's where you can set up a location-based charging profile. I'm going to go in here and show you guys how to edit the charging profile. Now it's currently set for minimum charge to 85%. Now that's a little bit misleading, as that's actually the maximum state of charge that will allow the battery to go to. Now why is it set to 85%? Well, that's what Porsche recommends on a day-to-day basis, is to set your Taycan to 85%, as that helps with any type of battery degradation over the life of your car. Just kind of like an iPhone or an Android or any mobile device, over the time the battery slowly starts to degrade. Porsche has found by setting it to 85%, that helps with any type of battery degradation. Not to say that it's going to completely go away, but it'll help significantly by setting the charge to 85%. Now, of course, if you're going on a long road trip, you can set it to 100% and change it because you want to get the most out of your range. Now, we've got optimized charging. We have also got preferred charging times. Now, I'll go over that as soon as we set a location-based profile. If you want to select that charging profile, you guys can see how it's green right here. It'll automatically change as I select that charging profile. You can see how it's thinking. Now it says I have that general profile on board. So now the car is only going to charge to 85%, and it's going to charge at optimized charging times. So that's going to be more towards tonight. Now to set up a location-based profile, we go in here to add new profile, and I can actually set based on as soon as I get to a particular location, this profile will automatically take effect. Now I'm currently at work. That's the current location I'm at. I'm actually going to go ahead and change this charging profile's name. We can change the name by going in here. I'm just going to call it work. Press OK. Now on this, the minimum charge actually means something a little bit different. The minimum charge is if your Taycan, as soon as you get to this current location, that the car will automatically charge up to 25%, and then based on the rest of the profile, it may delay. Now the reason behind this is, let's say you get back to your house or work and you're at 15%, but you need to go somewhere in a couple hours. Well, it'll charge it automatically to 25%, so you can make some quick short runs, as that's a pretty low state of charge. Now you can change this level of charge just by selecting it, and you can change that little roller right here. Now we've got optimized charging. That's what we had on the generalized charging profile, but I'm going to go ahead and set a preferred charging time. So by selecting this, I can change the preferred charging times. So a lot of places get a break on electricity at certain times of the night. So I would check with my local service provider to see when electricity is the cheapest. So based on my location, it's from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. So that's when I want to charge the vehicle, just because I'm not going to spend as much money to charge it, because the kilowatts per hour are a lot less expensive now than they are during the day. So to set this, I'm going to go ahead and I want to do 12 to 6. We got the minimum charge set to 25%, and the location is called work. I'm just going to go ahead and back out of this here. I'm going to select my work profile. Now you'll see that it's changing the Taycan right here. Now it's gray, and now this has turned blue. That means that now that this charging profile has been selected, the Taycan is actually not going to charge until that the Taycan is now not going to charge starting until 12 a.m. because that's when the electricity is the cheapest, and it will charge all the way to 6 a.m. So that's why this is showing here that it's waiting to charge even though the charger is currently plugged in. So as soon as it hits 12, the car will automatically start the charge. Now, this is currently based on going all the way to 100%, but of course Porsche recommends setting it to 85% on a day-to-day basis. So how do we use a location-based profile to set the car to only charge to 85%? Because based on this profile, there's no way to have it go all the way to 85%, but that's what Porsche recommends. So what you're going to want to do is you're actually going to want to use a timer in conjunction with a profile. So we're going to go over here to the timer. I'm going to delete this timer. I'm going to set up a brand new timer here. So we're going to hit Add New Timer. Now this starts off by setting a date and departure time as when you would like your Taycan to be ready. So you can change it just by selecting the date and departure time, and you can repeat it on a daily basis. So I want my Taycan to be ready by tomorrow, which is going to be Wednesday, October 28th. And I want it to be ready, that's perfect, by 12 p.m. tomorrow. That's when I'm going to get ready to hop in my Taycan and go. And I'm going to do it every day. We can repeat it, and you can do it daily, or you can set the days of the week that you would like this timer to be active. Now you can set multiple timers. Let's say I want to set one for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then you can set another timer for Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can change and set timers based on the certain days. But I'm going to set it here for daily just for the purpose of this tutorial. Now, of course, we've got charging. This is where we can set our target charge. Now, of course, as we talked about earlier, Porsche recommends 85%, so that's what I want to set it to. So I'm going to keep that to 85%. Then we can set how hot or cool do we want our Taycan to be as we get into our vehicle at that particular time. And I want it set to a nice 64 degrees. I want it to be pretty cool considering that I'm here in Southern California, so I'm going to select that. So this timer means that my vehicle is going to charge to 85%. It's going to be there by the departure time, which is every day by 12 p.m. So it's charging, and we've got the preheat, pre-cool. So by the time I hop in my Taycan at 12 o'clock p.m., it'll automatically be preheated and pre-cooled to 64 degrees. And what's nice is it's actually going to be using the electricity from your charging source. So right now I'm at work, and it's going to be using that electricity to automatically cool down my vehicle instead of using the internal electricity from the vehicle to actually preheat or pre-cool the vehicle. So it'll automatically use it, and it won't use any battery power from the vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and press back. Now if I want to set this profile, watch this center screen here. If I set it, it's going to change it. So now we have a series, as soon as this gets done loading, we have a series of profiles going. We have that we want the car to automatically be set to 85%. We want it preheated and pre-cooled, and it's set on the work profile, which we set earlier. Now, to look and see what that's about, we got the set preferred charging times. Of course, it'll automatically do it as soon as we're at this location, and then the timer is right here based on what we set up. We can edit it. So now we have a timer which is going to be set up to charge your Taycan to 85%, and we want to preheat and pre-cool it to 64. And then we have the work general profile setup, which we set up earlier, which is going to tell us when the car is going to start charging based on our current location. So right now I'm at my location, and it will automatically start charging. So this is how you use a mix of profiles as well as timers to optimize when your vehicle will be ready, and also to set an optimized charging limit, which is of course 85%. So you can go back and forth between a generalized and work profile, or even a home profile if you decide to set up another profile, as well as timers as to when your Taycan will be ready to go. So now let's say that you want to override based on these settings. You want to override any of these settings, and you want the car to charge right now. You want to go ahead and press direct charging. That will, for the time being, automatically override any of my charging profiles that I currently have set up. And that is how you optimize the charging of your Porsche Taycan by using profiles as well as timers. If you guys have any questions, go and leave them down in the comments below, As always, I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. If you have any suggestions for videos, go to leave them down also in the comments below. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.